Yo, 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 what it do, man? This is your boy, North End Floyd, man, and this is the Kickback Podcast. This is episode 174. And man, this is dope, man. We finna learn something. We finna get in tune with our mind, body, and spirit on this show today. So, man, if y'all getting in tune, if y'all tapping in, this gonna be a dope show. So let me announce my guest, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what's up, man? I'm excited to have you on the show. What's good
What's
with you?
up? Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so I've been seeing the things that you've been doing on Facebook, and I think as far as this area, we have what you're doing. We don't see that a lot. We don't see, as far as like the yoga and all that. And I think it's kind of dope for what you're doing in this area and stuff. So for all the people that's watching, just can you say a little something about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Nicole Lazard. I am the owner of Unique Fitness and Wellness, where I am a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified yoga instructor. I'm a certified stretch therapist, as well as a certified body contouring specialist. And all of those things are related to how you feel, how you look. That is my goal to help people. Initially, my goal was to help people feel good, to feel good how they looked naked. But now my goal is to help them feel good on the inside. So focusing on their mental, helping them focus on self love and just giving themselves all the love and the gratitude that they give everyone else to pour it back into themselves.
Now you said to help people feel good looking naked.
Yeah. So initially, because again, I said I'm a personal trainer. So that was my initial goal overall, was to help people look good naked. But then I kind of tweaked it because I started focusing more on the mental part of it, where now, in addition to feeling good, to looking good naked, I want you to feel good on the inside. So we tap into our inner self, meaning we pour into our mental health and help people to, center themselves, show themselves love, and, try to release things that are no longer serving them.
Okay, all right, that's a dope concept, because a lot of people when they look in the mirror, they don't like themselves, or the confidence is not there. So I think that's kind of dope. So, where did you grow up? Where are you from?
So I am from the south side of Beaumont. I grew up on the south side of Cartwright Street, the avenues, around that area. That's where me and my brothers grew up, and that's still homestead on that side of town.
Okay, all right. So growing up, like what kind of child was you? Like how was Nicole growing up? Like
So
was you wild? Was you bad? Like
no. I mean, everybody have their little bad side, but I was kind of a tomboy, but also I was, I was with my friends. If when there was fighting going on, that was probably me at some point, but that was the younger version of me. You grow out of stuff like that when you get older and more mature, and you start doing other things, working and staying out of trouble, getting your books,
mhm.
making good grades, and all those things. So my mama would have never said I stayed in trouble, because that wasn't me.
You went to Central?
Yes, I graduated in 96. That was the best class.
Hey, 9-6 was kind of dope because when I came in, I think when I came into Central, 10th grade, so 9-6 y'all was seniors, and I was like, yeah, that was a pretty dope year for sure.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'll give y'all credit on that. That was a pretty dope year for sure.
Yeah.
So okay, how did you get into yoga eventually? How did you come across that?
Okay, so for yoga, for me, I've always, maybe my daughter and I, we may have gone to a yoga class here or there. But in 2021, I lost my mom. And during that time period, it was kind of a dark time for me. It was kind of like I went into a deep, dark depression from, grief and, all the things related to a major loss, because losing my mom was a major, major loss for me.
Hmm.
And so I had to try and find an outlet outside of my church community and my family and my friends to help me to kind of like get out of that place. So I remember I went to a yoga class, and I was there. I was trying to do everything to try to help me, because it was a dark place. Like, it just didn't feel good to be there. And so I went to a yoga class one day, and when I was there, I just kind of was like, I could do this, I could do this. So I started, I reached out to an instructor and I started learning about it. And I felt good, with all the things that I was learning and how I felt in turn from that. And so my goal from there, part of my healing journey from, the loss of my mom, was to pour into others how, what helped me to be in a better place. That was my goal, was to help others to, move from one area up into another area to help them feel better, and just to kind of get out of dark places that, that they don't want to be in.
So you would say like yoga is a great like stress reliever?
Absolutely, 100%. Yoga can help you. If you so for me, like you said earlier, like what I'm doing for the community, like yoga for everyone who's come to my class, I have a guarantee. It's a 100% guarantee. However you feel when you walk in, you won't feel that way when you walk out. Like, I'm confident on that guarantee. So yeah, so you will definitely be relaxed 100% once you leave my class. Like, however you're feeling, because we have so many things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis: stress, anxiety. We deal with a lot of trauma that we're just walking around, we refuse to let go of. And coming to my class, or just yoga in general, for me, I can't speak for anyone else, but for what I pour into my students, this is my help to them to try and release all of those things.
So if if I wanted to start yoga, like where would I start? Like, for anybody watching this to say, man, I want to get into yoga. How do they start? Or how should they start?
I would suggest, if they don't come to my class, the easiest way to get into yoga is pull up YouTube. You can go to YouTube University and you can put in beginner yoga, and you'll find millions of videos out there. So just find something that you feel like, okay, well, I can do that. Just browse through and see what looks easy to you. And they have different time limits on, like they have some that may be 10 minutes or up to 30 minutes. So depending on how much time you have to allot for, just to try it, pull up YouTube, like I said, and just do a quick video, just watch it, and then see what all the things that they're doing. If it's
look like she froze up. Guess somebody must be calling her or something like that. Usually that's what happens when somebody freezes up. They get a call. They be like, "Hey, I see you on Facebook. What's up?" And they calling. I get it all the time.
What happened?
Oh, you froze up. I don't know what happened. Oh, you back. I was just explaining why people freeze up, because sometimes when people be calling while you on your show or whatever, it happens. But I don't know.
Nobody didn't call me. It wasn't me.
Okay. I don't know. Well,
yeah. So what I was saying was, if people just pull up a video on YouTube just to browse through and see what, what's out there, however much time they have available, just pull up a video, look at it, and try from there. That's just the stretching part of it. Some of the videos that are out there, they can give you some prompts for breathing and so work and so more, and so on. They have those things on there. So if you want to try it, if you don't come to my class, YouTube is my suggestion.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions about podcasting too, and I want to tell people, like, just go to YouTube, and they have a whole bunch of how to start videos, because that's what I did. I went to YouTube, and I was just on YouTube for a good 3-4 months just researching stuff, and then eventually I got into it, and then you get to progress and all that. But what do you think is the misconceptions of yoga, like the stereotype of yoga? What do you think, as far as what you be hearing?
The stereotype of yoga, for what I've heard and people bring to me, is the demonic side of it. And depending on where you're at, and it's kind of frowned upon in the Christian community as well. Yeah, so it just depends on where you're at, where you're at. First of all, for you to be confident in who you are and know what you're doing, because I know in my class there is no demonic nothing. We pray in my class, we listen to worship music, it's a whole worship experience.
Wow.
So yeah, no. But again, like I said, the biggest misconception of what I've seen, what I've heard, is that there's demonics, like it's a demonic thing. And there's different forms of yoga, which, the form that I have, that's not what I do in my class. So just people just have to do their research and not just be so quick to jump on the bandwagon and say, because everybody isn't doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that on Facebook one day. Somebody was talking about yoga being demonic, and I don't know how they got that conception. Just on the outside looking at everything, I don't know how they got that as far as it being demonic, but some people just like to stir the pot, or if they don't understand something, then they just say it's demonic. And
Yeah.
that's what I got from it. They just didn't understand yoga, so they just said it was demonic or whatever. But I see something dope. I see the sweater you got on. Do you sell those? Because that's
Yeah, I do. I sell my sweaters. I sell I have t-shirts and sweaters that I sell with my logo on it, and
okay.
it's a yoga pose. It's nothing demonic about it. But yeah, to piggyback off of what you were saying about the demonic thing was, it was last year, I think. There was this lady that posted something on Facebook where she posted all this stuff about yoga is demonic. But again, it goes back to what I said. Like, you have to know where you are. Like, she was actually a witch, and she was like in a dark place. She was doing demonic things. So she was like having out of body experiences and stuff like that. And she was like going deeper and deeper and deeper, down this rabbit hole. And based off of her experiences, that's what what she was relaying to people. But I'm not in a rabbit hole. I'm not like, I know who my God is. And like I said, that's not what I practice. My students can tell you that we don't do anything like that in my class, and nobody walks out of there feeling like they've had out of body experience. If they have anything, they've released something that they were holding on to.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody asked a question, which I was going to ask later on, but since they asked the question now, they want to know what was your prices
for my class.
Yes.
Yeah, so for my class, each of my classes is $30 a person for a class. For my couples class, of course, is $60. If they're doing one-on-ones, that's a different price, depending on if they're coming to me or if I'm coming to them.
Oh, so you do travel?
Yes.
Okay.
And so when I'm in Beaumont, I do, like, these last couple of months, I've done more one-on-ones than I have classes. I mean, I still have my class, but they're not as large because I do more one-on-ones than anything. The students have gotten kind of spoiled where they don't want to be in the group setting. They want to be by themselves.
Oh, man. Typical Beaumont people, man. We so spoiled. Hey, I mean, you be posting them on Facebook and they look like, I mean, the people like the comments after they really enjoy it. Like, I see the comments and saying how the experience was awesome and all that. And it looks very fun. Oh, and speaking of one of them, it was Trina. She attended your class, and that's the comment I seen, how she was talking about how the experience was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Trina is one of my faves, and she's one of my spoiled ones that have to have one-on-one.
Oh.
And so, yeah. So I mean, like I said, it's great to get the.
I don't know. She froze. Okay, go ahead.
So, am I froze?
Yeah, you cool.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's great to see and hear all the feedback, and just to have the students return each month that I come. It's a blessing to see that.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? Okay, what's the difference between meditation and yoga? Because some people can kind of get those things confused as far as meditating and yoga.
There are two different things, of course. Like, yoga is yoga poses, movements, your body movement. Meditation is kind of like your prayer. Like, it's something you start your day off with, meditation and prayer, to center yourself, to release, and just to be calm, to block out all the noise. Like, that's what the meditation part is for that. Yoga, again, like I said, is more so with your body movement, poses, and those type of things, stretching. Like, that's the yoga part of it. So they're not separate. They're not the same. They're two separate things.
You incorporate that in your class, or that's just something totally separate?
No, I incorporate that into my class. So my class we start off with prayer. We do breath work. Breath work is a practice that we do where I help you breathe. I teach you how to breathe, and breathing can be just taking a deep breath, inhale, exhale through your nose. And that's something you can do on a day-to-day basis. Like, If you feel like your anxiety is high or you need to relax, if somebody has done something to make you upset, close your eyes, breathe, take a deep breath, exhale, try to release that stress and that anxiety from your body. And then, like after we do that, we go into yoga poses. We do affirmations in my classes. I stretch them. They stretch themselves. I stretch your mind more than anything in my class because I want you to think. I want you to challenge you to release things that no longer serve you because we walk around where we're empty. Our cups have been dry and we're still going, 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 and we have nothing else to give. So I try and teach them how to give themselves some self-love, give themselves gratitude, and just to try to help fill their cups.
Now, as far as to benefit from yoga, is this something I had to do like 2-3 times a week, or like if I just do it once a week? Like, I mean, if I do it once a week, can I really benefit from yoga, or is this something that I have to keep constantly doing?
I mean, with anything, you want to move your body. So you want to move your body daily. You don't have to do a full set, full on set of a yoga flow, but try to do something. Even if you're just meditating on a daily basis, that's something that you can do. But you definitely want to try to move your body. Because we don't want to, the older we get, our bodies gets tighter and, we'll get a little bit slower. So we want to definitely make sure we're moving and just keep those joints going. Keep them moving.
Now, as far as like how long should somebody like do yoga? I mean, what's like a quick, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes? Like,
yeah.
If I want to do something real, I mean, what's quick and efficient, you would say?
I mean, like I said, if you pull up on YouTube and University, they have some that go as short as 10 minutes and they go up. Because like my class is like an hour. So you can do a 10-minute flow or you can do a long flow. Just you have to do whatever you're comfortable doing. And 10 minutes is a great start.
Yeah, you got them on YouTube? Can people see your classes on YouTube yet?
No, not yet. No, they have to come in person. They have to come in person.
Okay, yeah, because people start cheating then.
I mean, I did have where I did virtual. It was probably maybe a couple of weeks, and then everybody was like, "No, I want to come to the class." Like it's cool to see it online, but it's better to be in person.
Hey, can somebody be pregnant and still do that?
Yes.
So have you had a pregnant person?
Yeah, actually, I have. I did 2 privates with 2 different pregnant women, and one of the ladies, she was due at any day, and I stretched her. I think she had her baby maybe like a couple of days later. But because you're pregnant, and well, you don't know, but as women are pregnant, you're heavy, and there's a lot of discomfort in the lower extremities, and just with all the weight and they need to release too, so I stretched her, and so I have stretched pregnant women as well. So you can't do it because of this, you can't do it because of that. Everyone can stretch their body.
Yeah, because I think the doctors they want you to like kind of move around, because I remember when my wife was pregnant, the doctor said, go walk the track and keep moving and all that. So I guess yoga, hey, yoga's so for sure. That makes a lot of sense now as far as putting that incorporated. So hey, y'all women out there that's looking to have kids and all that, hey, get with us so y'all can stretch and push that baby out and stuff.
Right.
What Devin is Devin, this is not the dating show. The dating show is tomorrow, dog. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to ask you to go snowboarding, and he's all kind of stuff. That
I'm not the one.
Yeah, she she ain't the one. So okay, hey, how important do you think it is to like properly stretch? As far as, because you say you help with the stretching and all that, and you think people be stretching? You think people stretch like wrong? Is it a wrong way to stretch?
I mean, not stretching is the wrong way to stretch.
Mm.
Like a lot of people, like I have guys that I have class for, and one of my guys, he's a trainer, and he is so tight. And I'm like, how is the trainer tighter than everybody in the class? And
Yeah.
what it is, like, we're so used to just going, like try to just get it. But if you don't stretch, you're gonna have an injury. So you should stretch before you work out. You should stretch after you work out. Like stretching should be something you do on a daily basis.
Yep.
Even if you're not working out, like stretching should be something that you do. Like when you get up in the morning, get out of your bed, you can get on the floor and do some quick stretches and get started on your day. Stretching is so very important.
I'm not gonna lie. I try to stretch. I don't stretch every day, but I try to, like you said, the older you get, the more that you need to stretch. And man, when I stretch, it just feels good. It's like, damn, like
Yeah.
it's like my body, like, damn. By the time you start stretching, like, because like I said, when we get old and all that, it's just more it's more convenient for us to do those type of things to take care of ourselves and stuff.
Right.
Calvin, he said it's good for your blood pressure. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. Stretching is good for your blood pressure. Like stretching is good for many things, flexibility, mainly like main thing, flexibility, and just to get those joints moving. You don't want to be walking around walking like an old lady. You're not old. So just stretch your body. There are so many benefits.
And you do that before you start the yoga.
So when I do the yoga, like the yoga will do, it just depends on how my flow goes. Cause I can have a flow, but then once this class starts, then I may be prompted to do something else. But before the class is over, we will stretch.
Oh, okay. Do sometimes you tell yourself, man, I got to slow down because I'm overworking a class?
Um, no, no, because it just depends on who the students are. Like I know who the students are that, because like this last class that I did last week, I did something in there, and Trina, she was like, "Oh, this is the advanced class today," and I was like, "No." It's like if I challenge them, I try to challenge them to do something outside of the normal things that we do. So last week I challenged them, so they was like, "This is the advanced class."
Okay. So for me personally, I'm scared because I think I might hurt myself. I think I might pull a muscle or something. Just looking at the yoga, I think I
So
might get hurt. And so, I mean,
So so I'm not gonna let you get hurt. Like I'm the one doing everything. Of course I prompt you to do things, but again, I'm coming around to each person individually. I touch each person individually and I make sure that you're doing the proper form. And if you're not doing it correctly, then I'm going to tell you, hey, this isn't right. And, I'll correct you by propping you in the right, to the right position that you should be in. So it's nothing to be scared of. What you should be scared of is walking around limping because you're too tight and you haven't stretched, and uh, like that's what you should be scared of, not moving your body and doing the proper movements that should be done on a daily basis.
can yoga get you think that can yoga get me in shape?
I mean, it's something you can do in addition to working out. It's not like everything requires you to be like you have to have a plan. Like yoga isn't, because you're not really okay. So let me see.
Mhm.
Yoga is not a work. Well, my class, it is a workout because at my class in Beaumont, it's a hot yoga studio, so it's hot in there.
Yeah, because
It's,
y'all be sweating after the thing. I be
yeah, so it's hot in there, so it helps you burn some calories, but it's still, I mean, depending on what type of class you're in, it's a challenge.
Mhm.
So I won't say yes, and I can't say no either. It just depends.
So why hot? Why do you have the room hot? Why can't
So
why?
it's hot because the heat helps to release toxins from your body. Like the heat is the best part about the class. My class in Beaumont, because that heated yoga studio is everything, and it challenges you. It makes you. It pushes you to like, man, I got to get through this because it's hot in here. I'm ready to get out. Like,
How hot is hot? Like how hot is it in there? Like 100 degrees? Like how hot?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get there before everyone, of course, and I walk around, I pray over the space, I make sure the temperature is up so I can get there and it may not be hot as I want it. And then when the students start arriving, the hottest that it's been in there might have been like 104.
Mm. That's them outside Southeast Texas summer temps right there.
But it's so different than being outside because
Okay.
again, it's not the same. It's not the same kind of heat.
Okay.
It's like, you know what? It's like the sauna.
Okay. All right. For sure. Okay. All right. That's a little bit more. We could deal with that. Now the 104 temps out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, like, I see them sweating and stuff. I was like, man, what are they doing in this yoga class? Like,
Yeah, so
but
it's hot. It's hot in there. That's why my class in Beaumont is a heated yoga studio. So they do a lot of sweating in there.
okay, so I mean, you do fitness. You're a fitness instructor and all that.
Yeah, I'm a certified personal trainer as well.
Oh, okay, all right. Now with the personal training, do you have prices for that? Do you go to people's houses? Like, how does that work?
So for the training, I do that more so virtually than anything. Now, unless somebody's like,
Oh,
hey, I'm real serious, I want to do this workout thing, then I may. But that was what I did in the very beginning when I first started training in 2019.
mhm.
But then, like I said, after 2021, I kind of steered from doing personal training, like going to the gym with people and all of that. So I'm like now my focus is the mental part of it. And if we do any type of personal training, it's virtual.
Okay, yeah, I see like a lot of training going to that. And what's that little thing when they on a bike and they like it's the virtual thing and they on a bike doing the
Oh, the
thing?
Peloton, the Peloton
Yeah,
bike. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so when like did you get into fitness when you got into yoga when you was trying to deal with like the loss of your mom? Is that how you got into it, or you was in that way before?
Are you talking about the yoga part of it?
No, I'm talking about like the fitness.
Oh no, I was doing the fitness before my mom passed. I started training like in 2019, so that's when I began that journey with training. But I was doing that before my mom passed. But the yoga is what I actually dove deeper into in 2021. After my mom passed.
Yeah. Now as far as now you said I seen another thing. You said like your accountability partner. What's that like?
So an accountability partner goes with training. So accountability, I mean, that can be for anything, honestly. An accountability partner is somebody who's going to hold you accountable for whatever you said. Like, so if you tell me that you're going to go to the gym 4 days out of the week, and then I call you on Friday and you haven't went, then that means I need to be checking on you every day to challenge you, say, hey, this is what you said you was going to do. Well, why haven't you done it? So it's somebody who's going to stay on your butt to say, hey, get in that gym like you said you're gonna do, or you said you weren't eating fried food, or you weren't drinking this week, and you're doing the things that you said you weren't gonna do, and I see you doing them, so I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? Um, like get on track. So it's somebody who's gonna push you to reach the goal that you said that you were gonna reach.
Now also I see that you said you're a vegan. When did you turn vegan? What's
So I haven't had meat since 2019.
mm,
Yeah, 2019. Like 2019, I stopped eating meat. Um, I want to say it was my maybe like August of 2019, and then I went to pescatarian. And then when COVID hit, I kind of went vegan full fledged. But in Beaumont, it's kind of like you can't really find places. But now I have some places that I can go to in Beaumont that have stuff that I can't eat that's vegan. So I'll do between the two of those, but no meat since 2019.
was it hard going vegan? I mean,
No, it wasn't hard because I think I watched that documentary on Netflix, What the Health. After I watched that, I was like, oh no. Like, because it just seemed like how the industry, like with the food, how it's so much
mhm, yeah.
chemicals in the food that we eat. Because you just think about it. When we were growing up, our grandparents, they lived for a long time. Like you see people now, they have all these things going on with them, and it's because of the food. If you think about like what did this person eat now versus back in the day, like if you look at chicken, like how chickens that we see like churches are like that
Yeah.
is not normal. Like that's like they're injecting these animals with all of this stuff, and then we as the consumer is buying it and eating it, and it's getting into our body, and we don't know what that stuff is. So I just felt like to save myself, this is what I'm going to do. So if I fix it, I prepared. I know what was going into it. I know that I'm going to be good. And since I've been vegan, I feel better. Of course, I've never been heavy or big or anything like that, but I still feel better on my body. And I've gotten leaner. Like I actually gained weight, which was purposeful. I mean, I just feel good all over.
Now it's not a lot of vegan places out here in Southeast Texas. So, like, how would you help somebody to, like, to go on a vegan journey? Because it's not like vegan restaurants and stuff. It might have some vegan stuff on the menu, but
right.
Like, how would you help them out as far as, like, transition into that journey to make it more easier for them? Because a lot of people don't know, like, I mean, they want to go vegan. Like myself, I thought about it, but I don't know the first step to take. I know, you could go on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, but how did you do it?
Yeah. So for me, YouTube again, following influencers that ate vegan, like Tabitha Brown. She was one of the main ones, that I followed in the very beginning, and even now. And just going out there looking at different recipes, seeing what's all involved, and try to make the stuff on your own. Vegan. The key to vegan food is the seasoning. And people make jokes all the time, like, "Oh, well, you want it to taste like this." Well, yeah, we didn't really want to let that ribs go, or the chicken go, but because what's in it, I don't want that, so I'll just make this thing another version of it. Indian food is they have a lot of vegan options, like in Beaumont Taz in the Target shopping center. They have
Yeah.
the best Indian food, and that's vegan. Like, you just have to find what works for you. Just try to cut back. Like, if you eat meat every day, just take one day out of the week. Say, okay, well, I'm not going to eat 5 days of meat. I'm going to eat meat maybe 4 days. So you just have to try to cut back, try to, do what's best for you and your family, and, see how that works. But just cutting back on some of the things, like eating meat as much, try to do no meat and just eat vegetables and rice and beans, something like that. Though, if you do it, like, because a lot of, at the beginning of the year, like January, a lot of churches do the Daniel fast. So people do it. So you can't say that you can't do it, because you can do anything. Honestly, you have to be willing to make the adjustments. And not eating meat is a major adjustment for a lot of people, because they just really, if you think about it, it's the texture of it. Like, our tongues next to whatever that meat is, like, just the texture of that. That's what we crave, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So, Calvin, he's been pretty active in the chats. He said that you made some vegan ribs.
I did.
So now I've been seeing people make, like, vegan meatballs and vegan ribs and vegan. I mean, like, I'm not gonna ask you to explain the recipe on vegan ribs, but is it a lot of different vegan stuff out there that actually tastes like the meat? Like,
I mean, I want to say, again, back to what I said before, like, it's all about the seasoning of it. Like, those vegan ribs and jackfruit and mushrooms mixed together, like the combination of those with the texture. Of course, you break it. Because I did vegan ribs for Thanksgiving. My brother was laughing at me. But I did, like I said, it was with mushrooms and jackfruit. And I mean, you add some barbecue sauce, put it in the oven, cut it. Hey, it looks like it, but it's not going to give you the whole full gist of what that actually tastes like. You can season it with the same stuff that you would use when you do ribs, like when you season them, but it's not the same. But it's still better than eating the pork.
You think it's more expensive being a vegan?
I heard absolutely, for sure. Yeah.
So your bread has to be a little decent to be a vegan.
I mean, no, not really, because you can go to Dollar Tree and find some vegan options, with beans and rice and vegetables like that. Like, it just depends on how advanced you are in the vegan game. Like, because jackfruit, you can get a can of that, and you can get mushrooms. You can make your own stuff. Like, just like you said, the meatballs, grind. You need to make sure you have a good food processor, and you'll be doing some stuff in the kitchen, making up some stuff, but it's all worth it.
Okay. So you also do events. like special like yoga events, like or like class events, like? And how do they do that? They got to go on your website.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to reach out to me, connect, they can go to my website, which is www.nicolelazard.com. They can follow me on Facebook, which is Nicole Mitchell Lazard, or they can follow me on Instagram, which is underscore get fit with Nick. So any of those outlets, they can reach out to me and I'll be sure to connect with them that way. If they go to my website, they can do the contact me form and put their information there, and we can connect on there as well.
And also, your website has your merch. It says your prices included and all that too.
So I don't have my prices on there. No, I don't have my prices on there. So like if you like I'll post, like I'll actually be posting these shirts because some people want them when I come next week. My sweaters, I have this color, I have like a cream color. And of course my t-shirts are the cream color with my logo on it. So I'll be posting those and it'll have the price and everything on there. I'll be posting it like actually tomorrow. So if anyone is interested in ordering one of the shirts, they can just send me a message and I can get their information. And when I place my order, I'll make sure that I have it when I come.
To me, I feel like you're like, as far as like you're inspiring the yoga movement in Southeast Texas, because I don't see a lot of people, like at least on Facebook, talking about yoga or doing yoga other than you. So, how do you feel about, as far as like pushing yoga into like this area? Because, it's not a lot of people that's really kind of doing it.
Right. So for me, when I began yoga, like when I finally got my certification and everything, and I started my class in Beaumont, like Beaumont was my number one. Like they were so amazing, like with the response, the feedback, like they were selling my classes out. I was getting all the reviews, like amazing reviews, and because there's no brown people in Beaumont doing yoga. You see the Caucasian class, so even the studio that I use is a Caucasian yoga studio, but she and I, we have a great relationship. And just to see that, to educate the community on what this movement is and, how it can help people, just to be better, feel better. And we want, because so many people are walking around broken and hurt and just with all this trauma. And my class and yoga together is a combination of helping to release that so people can feel better and be better. And it makes me feel great to see all of the love and the responses and, people showing up for me or showing up for themselves, honestly, to be poured into, because we don't get poured into, we pour into everybody else and we don't pour into ourselves. And so my class is an outlet for that. And I say that in my class, like, thank you for showing up for yourself this 1 hour out of your day, to show yourself love, grace, and gratitude.
Yeah. And I think what's very important, what you said at the beginning of the show, is like, it helps with depression. And I see a lot of people on Facebook and social media, and they're going through a lot of things. And I think yoga can be like an option for them to help with depression or just stress or what they're going through. And I don't think a lot of people I don't think they think about that. And I think
they don't. And see, the thing is, like, a lot of people, how you can know something, but you don't want to do it because it's work. Like a lot of people don't want to do it because they know, like we know that we're hurting and we're broken, but sometimes when we're that way, we have to continue. We have to hurt a little bit more so that we can break that stuff down. Like we have to go through something to get to something. And a lot of people rather walk around with being where people like want to be a victim, honestly, be a victim of whatever they've experienced instead of trying to heal whatever that is. Like, because I know for me, like I said, with my mom, the passing of my mom, I didn't want to stay in that space. So I wanted to get out of that space. Of course, grieving is something I'm going to do forever. I miss my mom every day. But I didn't want to be sad. I didn't want to be crying. I didn't want to be depressed every single day because it didn't happen overnight. Like, so where I'm at now is, thank God, it was a total 360. But again, it's a choice that I made. We have to make a choice. Like we make choices every single day, and we have to make choices to be better, be the same, or be worse.
Yeah, for sure. And eventually I'm gonna make that choice, and I'm gonna be in your class.
Yeah.
Because I was telling you before the show, like as far as meditating, like I got into meditating, and it's something that I truly believe in. And I think like as far as yoga, I think it's kind of like it's like my yin and yang. It's gonna kind of help like complete as far as what I'm trying to accomplish for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like definitely. You just have to be ready. Like people say, oh, I'm coming to your class. I don't pressure anybody to come. Like whenever you're ready, you're gonna come.
Mhm.
If one of your friends come and they tell you something about it, even though I've told you and somebody else may have told you, when somebody else has gone and you say, oh wow, this person, like, and that's the thing, like people see their friends posting about it and
Mhm.
then they start coming in my inbox and say, oh, I'm gonna come, and then they'll come. But so
Yeah.
you know how people are. People will do. We'll do stuff when we're ready to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you so much for coming on to explain the as far as yoga, the misconceptions, things about yoga, because I think it's a lot of us that are just kind of blind to what's going on. We see it going on, but we just don't understand it right now. But I appreciate you for coming on. Uh, can you tell the people like one more time how can they get in contact with you in case they want to join one of your classes?
For sure, for sure. Thank you for having me on here. Um, Hopefully, people will tune in and they'll see and hear all the things that I'm saying, and pique their interest. Like, okay, yeah, I do want to go to that class
Mhm.
or learn more information. But for sure, to find me on social media, they can find me on Facebook at Nicole Mitchell Lazard. On Instagram, it's underscore Get Fit with Nick. Even I have two Instagram. That's my business one, but my personal one is Nicole Lazard.
Mhm.
I monitor that one, so everybody can get on.
For sure.
And then my website is www.Nicole Lazard, and Lazard is spelled LAZARD.com.
For sure. Like I said, I appreciate you for coming on a Friday. Uh, for joining the show. Hey, when is your next class though?
Actually, I'll be in Beaumont on next weekend. I have a class on Friday. I thought I was done last week when I had my class, but everybody was in my inbox was like, "No, you have a class coming up." So I have classes on this coming Friday. My ladies' class is at 7. My couples class is at 8. And if I get enough responses from the guys, I'll do a guys class at 6. But I know throughout that day on Friday, I'll be open to do one-on-ones as well.
Okay, so next week, look, y'all, if y'all want to tap in with her next week, she open for one on ones. Is there any availability in the other classes as far as the couple class and stuff?
Yeah, they like it again because I actually forgot that I even had that on my schedule. So I opened it back up. So all of the classes are open. So they can sign up for the women's class at 7. They can sign up for the couples class at 8. And then, like I said, if I get enough responses, I'll do a guys class at 6 or one-on-ones throughout the day up until 5 o'clock on Friday.
All right, that's a bit. Well, I thank you so much, Nicole, for coming on. I hope you have a great weekend, but thank you for coming on again for sure.
All right. Thank you for having me.
All right, I'll tap in with you later.
All right. Bye.
All right, so look, man, y'all need to start getting into this yoga thing, man. I'm finna get into this yoga, and look, when I get into this yoga and my mindset is already up there. But when I when y'all see the elevation, hey man, don't be asking no questions. You should have just watched this show and just understand that I didn't got into yoga and I didn't went Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 5 on y'all with the mindset and just the positivity and everything, man. But to be real with you, I think this is very dope as far as people need to get into as far as yoga because it helps with depression, you stretch, blood pressure, all that kind of things that we tapped in. And if you missed this show, you can watch this show again on YouTube. We YouTube live right now. We link in. If you got a link in page right now, I think I'm doing Twitch also right now. We're doing so many things right now. And also if you missed it, you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all those outlets, media outlets, podcast outlets. I'm over there. You can listen to it. I hate it when people say they missed the show. No, you did not miss the show. You just missed the live recording. Okay. You can watch this again on Facebook. You can watch this again on YouTube. And you can tap in. You ain't gonna never miss it. You just missed the live version and stuff. But this was very dope. I was excited to have on because this is something different. This is something that people can um have an interest in as far as a hobby. Because I'm finna get into yoga, man. I'm finna turn up in 2025, and yoga is gonna help me turn up in 2025. But tomorrow, let me just tap in with y'all with tomorrow. We got a very exciting show tomorrow. Episode 175 is the dating game. It's a dating show. Yes, I will have people on here. They gonna tap in. They gonna say what they looking for. If y'all feeling them, just let me know. If y'all feeling them, let me know. I'll hook y'all up with this person, and we can make something happen. But we got several people that's coming on the show tomorrow. We even got a few people that's calling in. Now, I ain't really cool about y'all calling in. People want to see y'all face. They don't want no fake description, because who's gonna say, you know, people talking on the phone, this is not the 90s when you're talking to somebody on the phone and be like, put your homegirl on the phone, or put dude on the phone, and you ask how you look. Of course, they're gonna say like the best features and all that. My eyes look pretty and all, But if you want to tap in, I will be posting the link in the chats for you to come on. Now, it's a lot of people that's already saying they coming on, so we'll see how that goes if they really want to make this love connection. But yes, Floyd Hope, North End Floyd, will be making love connections tomorrow. The dating game episode 175. I already posted it on my Facebook page. So all you gotta do is click the reminder so you don't have to miss it. It's at 7:30. We're gonna have a good time. We finna sip some Casamigos. We finna turn up. And it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be a very smooth, lovely evening. And so we're gonna have some fun. But like I said, tonight, man, this was a great show. Having Miss Nicole on there, class of 96, Central High School. That was a pretty dope year. But yeah, that was pretty fun. But anyway, like I said, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a safe Friday. Y'all have an even safer Saturday, so y'all could come on and watch the show. And we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna enjoy life as we should. But until then, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. All right, peace. Y'all be straight.